Phoenix Force 5 side quest, everybody. Hope you're doing well. This is going to be the final video of Saturday. Unless we do a short, I am planning about 10 shorts. So I need to kind of work on them today, which will probably be like a live stream recap in 60 seconds and a few other things as well. And it's a very, sunny day here in the UK. So I want to get out and at least get some vitamin D before going into Epoch of Pain later on. Probably tomorrow, actually. I'll probably do that. Anyway, right. Side quest time. Phoenix Force 5. Now, before going anywhere, I do think that it's going to be, without having a look at it, and by the way, I haven't for this video. I want to get in very raw, but also I'm going to make a prediction and say it's going to be exactly the same on level of rewards as No Love Lost from this month. And I want to be proved wrong. I think as well the rewards are going to be the same. I don't think it's going to be too spicy because Kabam will say, well, we're not increasing the rewards. It's not part of the rewards budget. And the Trader's Outpost will suffice for the extras you need. That is my prediction, by the way, and I want to be proved wrong. Let's have a look. So it's a larger length of time in which this runs, which is March 5th to April 9th. And I think that's just based on the amount of weeks in March, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5. So yes, that's a very long time. If I just bring in my, let's just see if I can bring in to shot my calendar. Do it again, Richard. There we go. You can see this is the March ones here. So March 5th when the content goes live, 12th, 19th, 26th, and then 2nd, finishing on the 9th. That is a very long time for a side quest. So crazy, isn't it? But it is what it is. I'm sure that's it. Also, Phoenix Force 5, not to be confused with the band Family Force 5, which I used to as a kid kind of like listen to. It's an emo band, which are no longer around, or to be confused. And also you'll be using Ashens, not to be confused with Ashens, the YouTuber as well. I used to watch Ashens. It's like a lot of my childhood is now kind of like coming out of, oh, this is all funny stuff. It's not. I'm just trying to get some like humorous references, but it's not even funny. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Here's where things hopefully get a bit more spicier because we want to see about the milestones. There's 20 milestones for the Ashens icons. And to get the rewards requires the Ashens icon. So you kind of like get the Ashens icon from the solo event and then you go into the solo event. It's not an entry cost, it's a get the rewards cost. So here's where things might get a bit kind of like, oh, the rewards actually seem better because people don't be confused with the fact that this is 5 weeks or... yeah, 5 weeks and 4 paths. I think that's kind of the way that it's separated out, or what we can theorize. Or maybe there's some repetition. That could be a thing, but maybe it isn't. And a good evidence of that particular structure can be found here, because this is the path rewards for threat level 5. So we'll go with threat level 5, and you can see there's no 7-star shards, Titan Crystal shards, Tier 4 Alpha, or other stuff like that. It is Mysterium, it is the Phoenix Crystal shard things, and I'm getting a call from... Leeds. Hello? Hello? Don't people from Leeds know I'm from Leeds? Don't you know I'm trying to make Marvel Contest of Champions video? Anyway, it wasn't important because I think it was just a scam call. Anyway, right. So if we're looking at it from a perspective of exploration, it's not as good, right? It's just not. There's no Tier 4 Alpha, there's no Titan Crystal Shards, there's none of the things that you want to see that are spicy, especially from a threat level 5 perspective. If we're talking about Mysterium, different thing. And that is, I guess, where things lie. Okay, so if we're going with 2,700, well, it's going to have to be times 4, isn't it? Because this is basically this times 4. Or times 5, actually, because it's 20 entrances. Because we still don't know if there's going to be like 4 paths per time. You can't really say you're repeating back the same path because it just wouldn't make any sense. That gives the indication here that there's 3 paths because it's Mysterium, Phoenix Heart, Crystal Shards, and Mysterium again. So it's 3 paths right there. Unfortunately, it will be a repetition thing because you have to go through it multiple times. Play through the weekly quest multiple times to complete the weekly heat, signature, solo objectives, and win fights specific opponents to complete the Flame to a Moth solo event. And I hope that there's going to be, like, maybe you'll auto fight through the lower difficulties. It depends how locked it is. But also, is it going to be something that as soon as you've, like, because you get 20 entrances, will you be able to go to lower difficulties? But will that actually make sense? It'll make sense from auto fighting through the lower difficulties to repeat some of the fights, because you've got 20 entrances. And from what I can tell from reading this is that you'll have 3 different paths. We'll go over this more next week when we do the side quest like video. But there's nothing really that kind of stands out to me that goes, why do you want to repeat it back? Unless you're getting bonus Mysterium. And unfortunately, players don't really like bonus Mysterium in any case. Because we have to go like, if you can repeat back there, you'll be like going down to lower difficulties to get more Mysterium. But what if you bought everything? If you look at it like, okay, once per week you're getting 2,700 times 2 times, we'll put this into shots, times 5, because it's 5 quests, it's 27,000 Mysterium over the course of 5 weeks. That doesn't make a lot of sense based on how we're kind of situated at the moment with Mysterium, because normally it's 9,000. I might be wrong here. No, that's right, isn't it? 36,000 we're on at the moment. 36,000 Mysterium. Plus, of course, the extra stuff in different areas, like the Thanos solo event. And I think there was something else where we had Thanos Reigns. We had like some bonus Mysterium in game. So the question is, Rich, where are the spicy things? Do we have any spicy things? Well, it looks like it's copy-paste. If you're looking for Tier 4 Alpha, it's in the Paragon side of things. Yep, you've got to go a bit higher with it. 6-star shards, 6-star relic shards, sorry, 2,500. Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals times 10 for week 5 of the Heat Signature solo objective. And then we've got the Flame to a Moth solo event, which you can see there's bonus amounts there. There's 3,500 plus the 2,200 Tier 4 Alpha for Milestone 1, and obviously we've seen so far. There is 8,000 7-star shards, which you can see there, 4,000 there and 4,000 there for those at Paragon, and 6-star Awakening Gem. Now, I don't know if that's more 7-star Hero Crystal shards. On the face of it, I'm going to say no, but I do want to compare it against last month to 100% clarify that. So whatever reason, I can't check because it's broken on the website. You can't go any further down on it because you just go straight to the next thing, January side quest. So I can't check that. It does seem that it's a little bit higher, but again, because I can't clarify that, it does feel that we're kind of at the same point. And that's an issue that I think a lot of players are experiencing when it comes to the game as to rewards. Are we being rewarded for the content that we're doing at the moment? Especially the side quest stuff. Is there more emphasis on, say, the end game and Everest-based content, which we've just gone from doing Epoch of Pain when that was announced, and now we're doing, that's like we're straight into the Ordeal. So is Kabam getting a lot of this end game Everest content out for players to do first, and then for those that are highly skilled and quick to finish stuff, then going twiddling their thumbs, going, what can we do? And the scrubs out there are kind of looking at it going like, well, I don't have the units yet to do it. I don't have the volume of units to 100% it, and then there's something else to do as well. And there's no 9.2 as well that's going out as well. So there's kind of like a big emphasis on, well, what's happening for the casual players, the side questers, the event questers. Valiant event quest is not until May. What is available to those casual players of the game to do where they can feel they're getting something, and side quest hasn't been like that for a very long time, which is sad. My final thoughts on this is I just need to find out what's going on. If we're talking about 20 entries to go to some of the paths, you can see those are the entries, 20 entries. And yes, I think Kabam are saying, well, go back in, like repeat back this stuff, which they say in here to do the Heat Signature and Flame to a Moth. So go back in again. You kind of got to go, why? Why do I need to go back in again? Should I go back in? Do I care to go back in? Or are there other methods in order to grab some of them from, I don't know, doing Saga-based champions? So you could go to some of the side objectives and win fights in any game mode using Jean Grey, Cyclops team, Professor Egg, blah, 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 blah. All those champions listed there to earn more points. So you could be like, okay, well, I can go to any game mode and do it that way and auto fight through. Basically, auto fight through Road to Labyrinth, go and play Arena with those champions and you'll probably get them rather than repeating. So the question would be like, do you go to lower difficulties in order to grab some of the stuff that you might feature there? So you would go, okay, well, threat level, instead of, I can only do, again, theory's sake is, I can only do 3 times 5. That is 15 threat level 5s. I then want to do, I don't know, the paths where I get Mysterium in threat level 4s. And at least explore, you can explore one, and you can, 1 week you can explore and get some dust. But you, again, asking a question to yourself is, why? Why do I want to do that? Is there any point to doing that? So there we go. That has been a little bit of a side quest overview. We'll have a bit more detail. I gave you some detail, some extra context to it, and hopefully we'll find out a bit more. From the live stream perspective, it didn't really kind of give you that much, except for 5 weekly quests. We know that. Complete the solo event to gain the Ashens icons. We know that. Use your Ashens icons to unlock the gates and hold the rewards. We know that. 2 intertwining paths. Each fight includes one node that is added via trap node. And if they're saying it's 2 intertwining paths, are we saying 2 entries and it's fine? That again will be something we'll need to find out, because you'll be kind of separating out your threat levels. But is it going to be locked like it was with this month, where everyone was trying to do like a little bit of threat level 5 and a little bit of threat level 4? Again, we'll have to answer these questions, but of course, we're just trying to give you some answers, find out what the crack is, and that's been it for the video. That's the side quest, that's been your Saturday content, and I'm now going to work on the Sunday content. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.